Now, back when I was building the mini trophy truck project, I made 3 of these, and these are super nice to have for mocking things up and holding tubing in place, because they're fully adjustable and they hold tubing perfectly in place. And you can either use spring clamps or vice grips to hold the tubing in place. Now, I actually need more of these, and these are insanely easy to make, so let me show you how to make them. Now, to make one of these, you need to take a piece of thin wall tubing that's slightly bigger than the tubing you're using for the frame, cut it in half, and then take that half piece and cut out 4 pieces that are around 1 inch to 1.5 inches long. Now, if you're using ERW tubing, like I am, you want to make sure you do not use the side with the weld seam. Just throw that piece away. Once you have 4 pieces, take a hammer and adjust the width of the half pieces to where they fit snugly onto the tubing you're using for the frame. You want to make sure it fits not too tight and not too loose. Now, if you don't have tubing that's slightly bigger than the tubing you're using for the frame, you can use the same size tubing. You just want to make sure it is thin wall tubing and just widen it to where it fits perfectly on the tubing. Now, once you have your 4 half pieces, you also need 2 pieces of 1 inch wide by 8 or 9 inches long, 3/16 to 1/4 inch plate steel. 1/8 of an inch is a little bit too small and too flimsy, so anywhere from 3/16 to 1/4 inch should work. You also need to drill a 3/8 hole on one end perfectly in the middle. Now, take a 3/8 bolt, put it through each piece of 1 inch plate, take a washer, take a split washer, as well as a nylon locking nut, and tighten that in place. You want to tighten it enough to where there's enough friction on it to where it will stay in place, but not too much to where you can't move it. And you kind of tighten this and loosen this to whatever you need to adjust it. Next, take a piece of tubing, make sure it's not bent or crooked or anything. Take your half pieces, lay them on the piece of tubing, and then arrange them to where this one is roughly about 1 inch from the pivot point, and this one on the outside is roughly 1/2 inch from there. Same thing on this side, arrange it roughly, let's move it down a little bit. Just like that. Then all you have to do is weld the half pieces to the plate steel, making sure the plate steel is parallel with the tubing. Oops. And just like that, it is done. Now, because this was welded in a perfect straight line, it'll make it to where whatever angle that you put this at, it'll make it to where this piece of tubing fits perfectly in line with this piece of tubing. And you can obviously make this for whatever size tubing you want. This is 1.25 inches. You can do it for 1 inch, inch and a half, and 2 inches or whatever. Or you could take it a step further, and instead of using round tubing like this, for these pieces you could use angle irons, therefore it's a V shape, and one of these will fit onto multiple different sizes of tubing. I kind of want to make a couple of those, but for now these work perfect.